Hello my dear class 10 students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing amazing. Your science exam is tomorrow. How prepared are you? I hope you're very well prepared and all the best for your exam. Do not worry, we got you here. Anything you want, any doubt you have, do mention them in the comments. I will try to answer them all. I will answer them all, okay? So do not worry. So this video that I'm making for you, it serves a specific purpose. The purpose is how will you manage your time in your exam hall? Yes, for your science exam, how will you manage your time? Every student is given 3 hours only, but some finish their exam in like 2.5 hour, 2.2 hour, 45 minutes. They still have some time to spare, while some students are working till the very end, till the end of the 3 hours. What is the difference? How are they managing that? How are they attempting the questions? Each student is getting the same time. Each student is getting the same question paper also. The sets are different, I know, but still some are able to finish it in before 3 hours, and some are writing till the end of 3 hours, and the invigilator is trying to snatch the exam from them and they're not giving it. Yeah, that should not happen with you, and I do not want that to happen with you. So that's why I made this video on how to manage your time effectively in your science exam. Okay, so my dear students, in science we have 3 sections, right? Section A, biology, section B, chemistry, section C is of physics, right? From this year, which is 2025-26 onwards, CBSE has changed the pattern accordingly. Slightly they have changed it, right? In earlier it used to be 5 sections up to section E, but now we only have 3 sections, okay? So yes, little bit, yeah, the pattern is little new because you have 50% competency based questions, okay? So how will you attempt them? How will you manage your time? Okay, so let's start with the reading time. You are given 15 minutes reading time, right? So during that time, any section that you're comfortable in, if you are strong in physics, start with physics. If you're comfortable in chemistry, start with chemistry. If you're comfortable in biology, start with biology. So what I mean by that is, during that 15-minute reading time, you're not allowed to use pen or write anything on your exam, on your question paper, right? In your answer sheet also. What you should do during that time, you should focus on the section. You should read the question of the section that you are most strong in, right? That is, identify your strongest section. That is your first tip, okay? And then solve the question of that section only, okay? For example, in section A, biology, it is of 25 marks for biology and 5 marks for that last chapter, okay? So 30 marks, around 30 marks will be coming from your biology onward, and from your chemistry, again 25 marks of chemistry, and from physics also 25 marks, okay? So how will you manage your time? Firstly, start by reading your strongest section, okay? And then after that, because you will be looking at the questions, right? And you will be thinking of the answer that I know for this MCQ, this is the answer, then for this short answer, I know how to attempt this, and plan your one section completely. Go through the whole paper, obviously, but then after going through the whole paper, plan your first section, whichever section you're comfortable in. CBSE has given 3 sections, section A, section B, section C, but it does not matter which sequence you start from. If you think chemistry is your strongest section, start from chemistry. If you think physics is your strongest section, start from physics, okay? And ideally, my dear student, you should give around 50 to 55 minutes for each section, okay? You should not exceed the 55-minute timeline. Why? Because if you spend more than 1 hour for just one section, then what about the rest section? How will you deal with the rest of the sections? Each section has MCQs, 1-marker question, 2-marker question, 3-marker questions are there, case-based questions are there. They all are time-consuming, right? So if you focus too much on one section, you are going to lose mark in the rest of the section. So manage your time. If you do it like this, 50 to 55 minutes for each section, trust me, you are going to have 15 to 20 minutes, 20 to 25 actually, of extra time, right? In that time, finish whatever is left, okay? And do not skip the revision time, okay? Yes, what most students think, that I have written with full concentration and I have written everything correctly. I don't want to spare that time for revision because it's boring. I don't want to do it. I don't want to go through that again. But please go through it once again. Spare a 10 minutes time. You can, right? You spend your whole time writing the sections, section A, section B, section C, whatever the sequence is, then spare 10 minutes time for the revision. Check the answer number. If you have answered the questions correctly, section number, sections should be properly mentioned. Section A, section B, section C, whatever you are attempting, all the sections should be clearly mentioned, right? The question number should be properly organized. Check for the underlining. If you have underlined all the important keywords using pencil, and you are only allowed to use blue pens. Okay, you are not allowed to use black pens and pencil, blue pens and pencil. Okay, so use them only, do not use any sparkle pen, anything else. Okay, so if you follow this, start with firstly what, during your 15 minutes reading time, start with your strongest section. During your 15 minutes reading time, read all the questions, then read the question of your strongest section, right? And start from that section. Put a number. If it's section C, write section C, okay? And then start answering the question. Trust me, this trick is going to save you time. Why? Because you are starting with something that you're more confident in, and if you are starting with something you're more confident in, you are already motivated. Once you finish that section, you will be in confidence that, oh, I have done one section, I'm done with one section, 55 minutes, now I can start with my second section, right? And always remember one thing, that when you are answering, sometimes what might happen that you may not know the answer to all the questions from a particular section, from physics section, let's say, you do not know the answer of all the questions. So what you should do, my dear students, you should leave some space. Either finish the whole section in continuity or leave some space for the unanswered questions, so that if you remember those questions later on, you can come and answer them there only. Do not do it like that you start with section C and then you did 10 questions of section C, 2-3 questions are left, and you thought, I don't remember, I don't have the time now, I'll answer later on. You start your section B, and then after that sometime you finish section B, you remember the answer of section C, then you write section C, and I'm answering those questions. You're not getting marks for those questions, okay? And then you'll think, I have completed, I have done all the questions, I have answered all the questions, yet I did not score good marks in science. Why? That is because of this reason. Why? Because you started with one section, you finish that section. If you do not know the answer to all the questions, leave space. In that space, answer the questions later on, okay? If you do not remember it at the moment, then you will have time. If you follow that 50 to 55 minutes time limit, you will have time, okay? So always remember, either finish that whole section or leave ample space so that you can write the unanswered questions later on if you remember them, okay? And if you don't, that's okay, then just cut that line, okay? Just put a line during the whichever space you left, just put a line there, okay? Next is revision time. Yes, revision time is very important. You have to revise your answers. Whatever you have written, what sequence you have written in, everything is very important. Always revise it, because revision gives you a second chance to look at your mistakes. If you have made any mistakes, if you have not underlined the keywords, if you have messed up the question numbering, that is your chance to correct your silly mistakes, right? So do not, my dear students, skip this, and you do not just take it optional, keep it mandatory. You have to give 10 minutes. Even if you're left with some answers, don't worry, do not write till the end, just give yourself 5-10 minutes time, and then during that time revise whatever you have written. If you have attempted whole like 90% of the question paper, and yet you did not, somewhere you messed up the numbering, you will not be getting marks for the 90% paper that you attempted, okay? So remember it, this is mandatory time of 15-20 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes is also fine. So follow that time, okay? And do not worry, you got this. I believe in you, everyone believe in you, and your exam is going to be really easy for you because you have studied. I know that, okay? We all know that. Now, my dear students, after your 10th standard, if you are planning to prepare for JEE, NEET, KCET for your 11th and 12th standard, then you can check out our Diksha Vedantu offline centers that are all over Karnataka and outside Karnataka also, right? And these are all our toppers from JEE Mains. Yes, you can be one of them. They are all our current JEE Mains topper for this session, okay? And if you find this video helpful, give the video a thumbs up, and if you have any doubts, to mention them in the comment section. I'll answer each one of your doubts. All the best, you got this.